Hello guys, this is Vic from BestChatBot, and we are back with another video. In this case, I'm going to show you how to use the web scraper and build your knowledge base. To do so, you're going to go to the bestchatbot.io, which is going to be linked in the description, and you're going to create your workspace. In my case, I do have one, but I'm just going to create another one, which is going to be called scraping test. In allowed origins, remember you have to put the domain where your website will host the widget. In my case, I'm going to leave it empty, which means it can be embedded anywhere. I don't recommend doing so, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave this empty. You can choose the primary color and the position of your web widget. In my case, I'm going to leave it on the bottom right, and I'm going to click on create widget. This shouldn't take more than 5 to 10 seconds. And once it's done, we should be presented with the API key like this. And we're just going to copy paste the script into our source. And we're going to get the widget running. But since that's outside the scope of this video, let's simply get into the workspace and let's go to the links tab. Here we have three alternatives: crawl website, single URL, and sitemap. Crawl, it's going to take your parent URL and scrape all the children. So for example, I'm going to be using BestChatBot's official documentations, which is docs.bestchatbot.io. I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it and click on crawl. Before doing so, remember you can include or exclude paths based on regex, right? So first of all, let's click crawl. And this is a very, very fast process. Shouldn't take more than 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how big your website is. And once it's done, it's going to report back the discovered URLs. As you can see, we do have all the children URLs: billing, customization, integrations, knowledge base, and so on. Let's exclude all the /s URLs. To do so, I'm going to click on exclude patterns and type my excluding pattern and put the regex. What this means is don't include any URL that has S in it. So I'm going to click on crawl. And remember that last time we saw 60 URLs. In this case, we should only see 30 because half of my documentation is in Spanish and the other half it's in English. As you can see, we do indeed see 30, and none of them do have the -s URL, right? Next up, we have the single URL option. Unlike the last one, this is simply going to include the URL as it is into our documentation. So I'm just going to go into YouTube, for example, and I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to click on add. And as you can see, the URL, it's directly included. As you can see, it's pending and we don't have any children URL. Obviously, I don't recommend scraping such big URLs. And lastly, we do have the sitemap. In this case, if we go to, for example, docs.audimbot.io, we're going to see that we have the sitemap.xml file, which is on these sitemap pages. So let's copy paste it. And as you can see, this is like a summary of all the available URLs in this link. So instead of crawling the folder domain, which is docs.audimbot.io, I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to paste the URL. I'm going to click discover. And what this should do, it's literally take all these URLs and put them into BestChatBot. As you can see, it completed. And we have all the 91 URLs we also do have here, which is a faster use case if you already have such a file or you want to scrape pages quicker. Obviously, the XML file must exist, but if it doesn't, just go to the crawl and paste the parent URL. Same as before, we can use the URL pattern, which we already did before, so I'm just going to omit it. Keep in mind that all the pending URLs are going to be included into the knowledge base. If you don't want to include them, just click on delete, right? In my case, I'm going to leave only the BestChatBot and I'm going to click on retrain knowledge base. This process, it's a little bit slower, so I'm just going to be back whenever it's finished. All right, so as you can see, all the sources are trained. We can see the green badge, and in the event you want to delete a source from your knowledge base, you would have to click on this bin or trash icon on the right, and the source is going to be marked as deleted, which means that it will be removed in the next training. As per now, it's included. So let's say we want to delete these two sources. We're going to mark them as deleted and click retrain knowledge base, and that way it's going to disappear. In my case, I'm going to leave this as it is. So let's quickly go to the available integration documentation and see what it says, that we have 8 integrations. So let's go back to the playground and let's create a key. So security, create sign-in key, and now let's go back to the playground and click refresh. Now we should see the widget popping, and let's simply ask what integrations are available in Best Chatbot. Well, let's ask what agentic integrations are available in Best Chatbot, and this should say we have 8: Calcom, Calendly, Fresh Agendas, HubSpot, Stripe, Shopify, and WooCommerce. So let's see. So we connect to 8 external tools. Let's ask something that it's definitely outside of the scope of the documentation, like for example, who made Best Chatbot? Keep in mind that Best Chatbot will only answer based on the provided documentation or URLs. In this case, since there is no such information nowhere in the docs, should say that it doesn't know. And as you can see, our public document describes Best Chatbot as the company that provides. We do not have founder information. So that's how you train Best Chatbot based on your URLs. As you can see, it's a very straightforward process and very quick. To make sure everything works as expected, you can go to the knowledge graph, hit refresh, and here you should be able to see how your information is related. There is a lot of dots and lines, which is kind of confusing, but we will be covering this in a deeper explanation into the next video. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did so, feel free to leave a like, comment. If you have any questions, shoot us email at contact@bestchatbot.io, and see you in the next one. Cheers!